backyard?
Well, no, except for Joey and Chandler had the little duck and the chicken in their apartment on Friends, and that was I mean, they're so cute.
Did it turn out well for the duck and the chicken?
I
didn't
think
see.
Ultimately, they ended up living somewhere else.
Let's talk to somebody who knows. We have our veterinarian friend, Dr. Jill, live in Orangevale, talking about duck care. Do you have a pet duck?
I do, of course. Go figure.
Oh, there we go. Whack, whack. What kind of duck is that? That black and white one?
He's a little Moscone mix, we think.
Okay.
Walter came to me. He was a rescue. And you can, if you look really closely, he actually was attacked, we think, by raccoons, which is the biggest problem they face around here. He has a hole in his beak, and he had surgery. We fixed him all back up. He's about 8 years old, so he's not a youngster. I've had him for at least eight of those years.
Wow.
But he's a great pet. We love him to death, but there's a lot of care that people need to understand when they commit to an animal like this.
Well, we need to talk about that. I had a whole bunch of ducks when I was a kid, and I kind of didn't know what I was getting into. What are people getting into? What should you be aware of?
Well, besides stepping in a lot of poop, we always talk about that. You want to make sure you have secured enclosures. That's the #1 problem that they face around Sacramento and many other areas, especially rural areas. These guys are lunch for a lot of the bigger carnivores, like your raccoons, your coyotes, dogs like to attack them. So you want to have a secured enclosure where nobody can get in. And then, they do make great pets, but they can also become guard pets. They can be quite testy if you're not careful. They like to peck at people, which is good.
I had one grab onto my pant leg and wouldn't let go. It was mad at me there for a little while.
Yeah, they hurt.
Is it an expensive proposition these days? What are you feeding them, and what's it cost?
It can add up. Any animal's a responsibility, as we know, but relatively low cost. There are different duck chows out on the market. I actually juice a lot, like Bethany, and so we go ahead and give him all the extra, stuff that we don't put in our juice drinks, the grounds. Yep, these guys are carnivorous birds, and people don't realize that. So it's important to make sure they get plenty of protein and greens, fresh greens. And then look, he's sitting on if you notice, is sitting on the eggs. Duck eggs are actually, they have twice the amount of cholesterol that a regular egg has, but they have more omegas, and people that are allergic to chicken eggs can actually eat duck eggs.
Okay, and aside from, having the eggs, just real quick, what are the benefits of having a duck? Because I never would have actually considered having a duck pet.
Well, they don't scream, and they're not nearly as loud as chickens, okay? They do make nice pets. You can pet them, and they're great for kids, especially watching the hatching and going through the process. Great learning tools. Just a lot of fun, but more than anything, they love to eat bugs in your garden. You won't have a snail or a slug in your yard.
Oh, I love that.
They're great.
And if it's
natural pesticide.
Anything like my experience, you'll end up hosing off the back patio every other day, because they really do leave little reminders behind of everywhere they've been. But my ducks were fun, and they were sweet, and it's nice to meet Walter there. Thanks very much, Dr. Jill.
Thanks.
You bet. If you want to schedule an appointment with the doctor, check out our website. It's Dr. Jill with a Y, drjill.com, or give her a call. The number's there on your screen, 916-989-0738.